Nikki Valentine walks into my office for a change.
What can I say, Piper? You, me, and hard luck all seem to run together like acid rain down an old sewer.
You, including your client here in that analogy? So, you two are finally letting me in on this little case of yours. What's the story?
So she was originally at Starlight Drive-In, and I don't know if my relationship with Piper affects this, but it's great to see you all anyway. Let's dive right into it. Now that the Brotherhood are here, things are going to shake up a wee bit. But first, we need to talk to Piper and get this quest moving on.
We need help, Piper. This man named Kellogg kidnapped my son. But that wasn't all. He was working with the Institute. He gave them Sean.
The Institute. Oh boy. I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night, and sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there. But to this day, there's one thing nobody really knows.
Where the Institute actually is. Or how to get in.
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who just handed them Sean.
Kellogg. Huh.
Man like that would have had access. In and out.
But we both know that angle isn't going to work.
Because he's dead.
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
He wasn't gonna talk. Even if I had a way of bringing him alive.
Gets his brains blown out. Huh. His brains. You know, we may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Good Neighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the day they happened. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari. The mind behind the
it's
memories.
good that now we can go to the Memory Den with that one.
Who's this Dr. Amari?
I'll let her give you her life story in person. Let's stay focused. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain. Enough gray matter to bring to Amari and find out if this is going to work.
Jesus,
it's getting
Nick,
interesting here.
Gross, seriously?
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads, nothing. That old Merc's brain just might have all the secrets we need to know.
What exactly do we need, Nick?
Kellogg's brain. It's a long shot, but Dr. Amari just might be able to get it jump-started. See what the old Merc knew.
Actually, I think I already have something. Kellogg had this thing attached to his head.
Good thing I left it though.
Cybernetics, huh? We may have just won the lottery.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all go running across the Commonwealth, so who's coming with you?
I have to go to the Memory Den either way, if I'm going to introduce you to Amari. But if you want to head there together, just say so.
Go alone, take Nick.
Anything else you can tell me about the Memory Den?
It's in Good Neighbor, a little slice of trouble northeast a ways. The Memory Den ain't just a fancy name, it's literal. A lot of people give up all their caps just to relive the good parts of their lives. Over and over. But not us. We're gonna try to dive deep into someone else's mind. I can meet you there, or we can head out together.
It's you and me, Nick.
Let's get going. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back. Just a few more steps.
While you two are out, I'm gonna do some more research. I'll be here if you need me.
I assume Piper's going to go out. I mean, to be fair, I never actually checked out her place since we got her as a full companion. And plus, I actually got some new reading material, so I'm picking that up. Yeah,
There's no accounting for taste.
might as well just read it out. She is my lover after all, so one of the many I've got so far. I know it's kind of whack, isn't it? Or maybe I did. I did read everything. Oh well. Let's go out to the roof.
Things when they're scared. Ought to be Diamond City's motto.
Good one, Nick. Okay, I want to do a few quests just whilst I'm here. Complete delivery of the egg. Talk to Ellie. That's the Far Harbour thing. See Abbot at the wall. I want to know what that Abbot by the wall thing's all about. Because I have the green paint from Hardware Town, which I think is needed at some point. Oh, there's their own wee greenhouse thing going over here. Well, obviously, if I touch that, it's stealing. It's also quite foggy. Anyway, let's go chat here.
Don't touch the paint.
What? Why?
This is the wall. The great green guardian that keeps out the bad guys. No one's broken through the wall. Never. Least we can do for her in return is keep her looking pristine. Thinking you need a little education. Maybe a bit of community service. What do you say?
Happy to help out.
You see this paint I'm using? Only one place left in the whole Commonwealth you can get it. Hardware Town. Ruin store close by to the west.
Let's see if we can
Bring
get
back
more
a can
caps
of
out of
paint,
them.
and it'll be 100 caps in your pocket. How does that sound?
Only if you throw in some more money.
Fine. Pay you 125 caps.
I think you can do better than that.
Driving a hard bargain, huh? 150 caps.
What can you tell me about Hardware Town?
Raiders moved in a ways back. Security says they can't handle them. That's why I'm running low. So, you still up for it?
So I had a look there. Apparently you can paint it blue or yellow or green. And considering we already have the green, we may as well use it. Plus you get more caps for it.
Actually, I already have some paint right here.
Well, ain't that the end-all, be-all?
And
Why don't you go
Valentine
ahead
liked
and
it.
put a little of that paint on the wall. See what I got to work with.
Right. What, do I have to go along and apply it, or?
That's a good shade of green. The wall sure seems happy with it.
Happy to help. It's been an honor.
It's nice to work with someone who knows how to show respect.
Yep,
There's
Valentine,
your
get the
payment,
likes up.
And a little
Hey.
bonus for getting the right shade of green. Don't do anything with it I wouldn't do.
Folks around here need the wall. It's a symbol. Something incorruptible, you know? Good on you for helping her.
That was a really quick and easy quest. Nice. Alright. We do have that wee level up. I could throw it on, hell, anything at this point. Not 49, so we can't take that. Could take the last. I think I told you all that I want to throw it into just something new. Where is... Well, there's the science. One level of this will actually unlock the industrial water purifier, which, to my knowledge, would be pretty sweet, although I'm not sure I'm doing much building just yet. Accuracy. Yeah, I did one inspirational for my companions, so they do more damage and they can't hurt me. That's good. Although it's Nick and he's not really maxed out at this point. And I would like my crits to do more. That's something. Oh. We'll throw in the Mysterious Stranger. It'll be cool if he shows up for something. We have to get the radio broadcast and get the Silver Shroud costume. Ah, that's a few cool things we could do. The mutated ferns. I thought I'd already picked up a few of them. Somerville Automatoys. Okay. Now, we do have a lot. There's a lot going on. I actually find it soothing to see so many. Because then it's just like, I can pick whichever one I want. There's Dance. There's Cabot. Oh, here, we'll go speak to Cabot. Because I actually want that artifact gun he's going to give me.
Got him.
Oh, how long? There's raiders here.
One you walk away from.
Nice. See, now I'm more selective in what I pick up instead of picking everything up. Woohoo! Progress. Anyway, that's... It says he's in here, but I thought he would have been at Cabot's house. Anyway. Oh, he's still here. Oh, he's aged. Oh, wow.
Excuse me.
I only wish I'd been able to find some way to cure my father before it came to this. I still believe that with a little more time, I might have found some way to remove the artifact. But it doesn't matter now.
Excuse me.
Leave me in peace. I need to mourn my father.
I'm so confused. It told me to come here to speak to Jack. Is this bugged? What if I just go to his house and just visit? I'll try that. I knew I would land into violence. One thing about the Cabot house, you can always count on a wee bit of something happening. Somewhere. Woohoo! Oh my god! And he blew up too! That's so not fair! Oh, please spawn me back in front of Cabot's house. Don't do this. Don't throw me somewhere else. I don't remember when I last saved. Yeah, I can live with it. Okay. I was wild. Just instant annihilation. Hate those robots. I think it said that you can encounter Edward. It's Edward.
Excuse me.
What's up? Hey.
You should have been a companion.
Yeah.
You'd have been so cool. Anyway, so it turns out I can just basically raid this place.
The place is more a museum than home.
Yeah, but, Nick, wait till you hear this. He's not going to stop me from taking everything. Everything. I think this is like one of the few complete billiards tables you can even find.
Got a thing for antiques, huh?
Everything's just nice and clean and nice. I'm going to have to take it all. So it'll break down into lots of really cool components, glass and stuff. Do we need it? Meh. Who knows? Am I going to take it all still? Yep. Does every time I see a barrel like that remind me of Skyrim? Yep. Is that the same one that Skyrim uses? It feels like it. Ooh. Hello, perfectly preserved things. Tell you what. Definitely a haul. The clean toaster. Class. And lots of vodka. Wonder who was drinking that. There's even more food here. This is worthwhile just for the loot. I might have to come back. Just on account of the sheer amount of stuff that I can lift here. No way I can lift much more. I haven't even got upstairs where I think there's a skill book. Memory serves me right. This is Edward's room. Which I can take the mini nuke because I just did a video there on every mini nuke in the game. It was really fun to do. Learn an awful lot about where mini nukes are. Oh, fat man. Okay. This should be easy enough. Is this going to be one where I just turn it from the get-go on it? Got it anyway. Edward, you were packing not much of note. Okay. Oh, anything? Nope. No more. Right. So I've done basement. I've done ground floor. Mostly. Yep. Plasma cartridges, the usual thing you would find in someone's thing. Is the artifact gun just going to be... Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Hello, you. I'm assuming that is what I came for. Something like that.
Seems like an awful advanced setup for a civilian, don't you think?
Confined is 2. Provides is 4. Oh. Which means it must be... Can't be criminal. Refugees. It's got the E. That's it. Replaced. It's got an E. That's it. Gathered. Nope. Archives. That must be it.
Yes.
Oh my days. A lot of reading to be done. Let's go. I think I finally have this new terminal set up correctly. Let's see if this saves. Yes, I can already see this is going to increase my productivity immensely. Never mind my mother's carping about newfangled contraptions. I see that I mistyped my name in the setup screen. I'll have to check the manual on how to fix that. Would get annoying to see that every time I log in. Jack Cabot with a 0. So this is... Whoa, look at the... Oh my days, right. I'll read it. So, let's start from the beginning. Still learning how to work with this new computer. Searched the manual for an hour last night, but couldn't find out how to reset my name on the screen. Oh well, hardly worth worrying about right now. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. At some point, I'll need to take the time to transcribe my old paper notes into the system so I can easily access them. But for now, let me summarise my progress so far in understanding Father's condition so I have a baseline to refer back to. Number 1. All attempts to directly remove the artifact have been unsuccessful. Father's blood pressure dropped precipitously and detectable brainwaves nearly flatlined each time. The results were the same. With total anaesthesia, Father unconscious, local anaesthesia, several types of antipsychotics, and varying dosages of LSD. 2. This implies disabling the artifact in some way will be necessary in order to remove it. Question is the psychotic effect permanent, i.e. will it survive removal, or is the artifact actively and directly inducing it? I've been very cautious with directly physically interacting with it since the very early days. My initial attempts to probe or tinker were met with similar physical symptoms in Father to my attempts to remove it. I won't attempt it again until I have a much greater understanding of the inner workings. Active scanning of the artifact has proven useless. I currently consider this a dead end. X-rays so far have proven opaque to all my scans. Obviously I'm limited by the amount of radiation I can subject Father to. Radio imaging, again, the artifact is opaque at all wavelengths. Passive scanning has been more promising. This is an area I plan to devote much more time. The artifact radiates across the electromagnetic spectrum at varying strengths and wavelengths. I have some basic telemetry already built into Father's cell, and I've been collecting data for 2 years. So far it isn't much more than suggestive of further avenues of research, but I'm quite confident over time, and with sophisticated sensors, I'll be able to gain genuinely useful insight into the way the artifact is controlling Father. To do, get military contacts from Senator DeSoto. They are likely to have more advanced tech that I can get commercially. Consider making deals for samples of serum, if necessary. The physical symptoms and changes the artifact has induced are as follows. Extreme paranoia and psychotic tendencies. This was obvious from the first. Since no drug has proven effective in mitigating these symptoms, all evidence points to it being directly induced by the artifact. Agelessness. As yet unidentified modifications to his body chemistry has prevented any further aging since he first encountered it. In fact, he may be in better physical health than before. It seems that the artifact is actively monitoring and correcting any problems it finds with its host organism. Telekinesis. The most surprising ability, I tentatively believe that this is not actual telekinesis, but something generated directly by mechanisms in the artifact itself, perhaps using manipulation of gravity waves beyond our current technology. Increased physical strength, perhaps a side effect of the artifact's monitoring and improving of its hosts. This has caused some difficulty early on in Father's confinement before I was fully aware of his abilities, but is merely something to keep aware of. Father's blood chemistry shows various changes from human norms, as well as traces of currently unidentified substances. I've proven that at least some of the symptoms can be described above can be communicated from one person through blood's transfusion. So far, through pure trial and error, I've been able to produce a serum with several beneficial qualities and few side effects, but my actual understanding of what the serum is doing is very limited. I'll continue to pursue it as long as time allows, but it seems unlikely of much use in actually freeing Father from the artifact. 8. X-rays of Father Brain shows no physical intrusion from the artifact. His skull remains intact, and I see no sign that it has even penetrated his flesh. At this point, I believe that blood chemistry changes must be induced by the artifact. Indirectly, it is instructing Father's cells on how to manufacture the substances. 9. My most successful intervention to date has been the development of the Abrmelin field, detailed in spec files of Parsons. Earliest crude implementation, 1898, was simply a full-spectrum dampening field tuned to the same frequencies given off by the artifact. It did interfere with the operation of the artifact, but at no great cost to Father's health. Oh, but at great cost. At the time I had no choice. It would have been impossible to confine any other way, but refinement of the field has been a priority over the last decades. I've managed to reduce the negative physical effects in Father while more directly blocking the telekinesis powers. So far, my attempts to broaden the field's interference with other aspects of the artifact have been unsuccessful. They bring on similar physical symptoms to attempting to physically remove it, but this remains the most promising avenue of my research. If I can discover how to interrupt this communication, I believe I'll have the key to removing it, or at very least mitigating some of the dangerous symptoms. So this is like... So it was in 1968, and then it jumps about 30 odd years to 1995, 3 years before I was even born. Mother and Imogen have left for another European tour while I take care of the latest generational shift. Getting more difficult to make this work in our modern age. Luckily, money still talks. I'll be able to find someone reliable to leave in charge of Parsons while I'm gone. Perhaps Anderson could be trusted not to meddle. Another year later. It's good to be back. John Cabot, long-lost cousin of the Cabots, has returned to claim his inheritance after the freak accident that claimed the lives of Jack and his family. As usual, I have to be careful to respond to people when they address me as John, and this beard is going to take some getting used to. But such are the burdens of immortality. Anderson proved loyal and uninclined to poke his nose into anything, so that's another hurdle passed. I need to try and get as much done while Mother is away. I find I'm much more productive than usual during transitions. That would be a really mad thing to attempt in this day and age if you were immortal, like how to, just shit. I suppose you could shave your head, you could, get like facial stuff done, I would imagine, as a possibility. Anyway, so this is in 2023. I've been experimenting with some of the new transistors, and it looks possible to make a portable version of the Abrmelin field generator. This would be very useful if I ever had to move Lorenzo to a different facility for any reason. A lot more work is necessary, of course, in testing it, and Lorenzo is a question. I won't risk shutting down the main field. But replicating the current field frequency pattern should at least give me something we could try in an emergency, even if I'm not 100% sure. Another 30 years, so the war hasn't actually occurred yet. I've just hired a new fellow to help with the family's affairs. Edward Deegan comes highly recommended. It's too easy for me to ignore the passage of time now, but I've realised how old Daniel is getting. It will be time for him to retire in a few years, and it's past time to start grooming his replacement. This has always been a difficult process that I tend to put off, especially as Mother can be so difficult with anyone new. If Edward proves reliable, I can start easing him into the family secrets. Tricky, but necessary. So far, so good. Mother has taken to him, which is an essential first step. Again, another 20-year time jump. I've had Robco out again. It seems like a small thing, but this login screen glitch has been driving me crazy. I assumed it would have been fixed with the upgraded terminals. You can be sure I was careful to type my name correctly this time. But no, when I boot it up, there it is again. This time, they completely wiped the entire system, reinstalled master holotapes. Unbelievably, the typo was still there. They've promised to have some of their sharpest engineers look into the problem, but I'm not sure they were being completely serious. If I don't hear from them in the next few weeks, I'll make a few more calls. A year later. Apparently, the political situation has become very dangerous. I don't even pay much to current events, but Imogen's latest boo is a high muckery muck in some government agency. Alright, boo. Alright, I get it now. And has been telling her alarming stories about how close things have gotten to full-scale nuclear war. I wonder if we are following in the footsteps of the ancients who created the artifact. If so, who might our successors be thousands of years from now? Will a cockroach civilization eventually rise to wonder at the artifacts we left behind? It really happened. I don't think I've quite come to terms with what it means for the long run. It's been one crisis after another. We certainly aren't out of the woods yet, but the simple fact that I can write this again means we are better off than most people. I don't have time to write down everything that's happened. Fortunately, Boston was spared a direct hit. Well, I actually was not fully aware of that, but it would make sense. My first concern was Parsons, of course. We had to maintain the power at all costs. We've always had backup generators, more than usual even for a medical facility, but these were intended for short-term outages, not a permanent power supply. Then the question of security. Edward proved himself amazingly resourceful. He already had plans in place for just such an emergency. Thank God he paid more attention to the news than I did. Still, there's no real planning for the end of civilization. He and I have been at Parsons for almost a month, trying to keep things from falling apart. Edward has been out more than he should. I'm afraid he's taken a heavy dose of radiation. But there's really no choice. I'll do what I can for him. I don't know how I could replace him now. Imogen has stepped up amazingly. I had no idea she had it in her. The man we left in charge here proved unreliable, apparently cracked under the pressure. Tried to evict Imogen and the mother at gunpoint. He didn't reckon on Imogen, and neither did I. She took charge and somehow kept things secure here in spite of everything. I'll have to see what Edward can do about a more permanent solution for power and security for Cabot House. But for the moment, things look much better than they might. I even expect our resources will be tested to the limit over the coming years, but in a way, I'm glad of the challenge. One thing's for sure, the end of the world isn't boring. I think I can finally say that things are looking up. Edward has recruited more or less reliable security force to protect Parsons. The power situation is stabilised. Edward assures me we have spare parts stockpiled to last at least 50 years. Moving between here and Parsons is still the biggest problem. There's no sign of any return to law and order, just the opposite in fact. But Edward has proven skilled at dealing with the various groups of thugs that have sprung up. Speaking of Edward, his radiation sickness has developed in the most fortunate way. For a time I thought he was surely going to die, but this condition has stabilised. He now seems immune to further radiation. Apparently, this is unknown in other survivors. Although Edward tells me there's a strong prejudice that has developed against these people. Hard to understand as they seem uniquely qualified to survive this new world. One benefit of the end of civilization that I had not anticipated is there's no need for us to have to die periodically. I can go back to being Jack Cabot again for the foreseeable future. No more neighbours to poke their noses into our business. I've lately immersed myself in Lorenzo's work like never before. I wish I had made more effort when it was still possible to try and locate the site of so-called Ubar. After my initial failed attempt to find the site, I dismissed it as both hopeless and useless. Better to focus my energy on immediate problems. But now, after going over Lorenzo's papers more thoroughly, I believe there's enough clues to the general location that a large-scale search using aircraft might have been more feasible. Something that wasn't possible in my first attempt, of course. Maybe I could have found some other artifacts that I could have studied more directly, even if for completely different purposes. It would have been invaluable in understanding how the ancient technology worked. I've also come to realise that how brilliant Lorenzo actually was. I was far too quick to dismiss his theories. The arrogance of youth. I'm now convinced his essential premise is correct. The artifact he found was not made by humans. All the evidence was there, but Lorenzo was the only one who put it together and actually understood what it meant. A staggering thing to think of. If only he had been capable of dealing with the fools a bit more diplomatically, he might have gained more general acceptance of his theories and not been driven into the secrecy to his final expeditions. That was a read, and Valentine liked that. I think I hacked it. Not that I read it all out to you, but I'm sure he appreciated it nonetheless. Hope you enjoyed the long narration. I certainly did. It's an enjoyable aspect of this. Okay, so now that we've got everything here, I can go upstairs. Don't know what I'm going to find. Just random... like artifacts from his site. I would imagine most of this is. Yeah, it would make sense. Okay, we've got another way to get up here. which I knew about anyway. Oh, I'll take that crystal to Cantor. Undamaged American flag. And whose room's this? Yeah, it's not obvious nor important. Oh, I'm not picking that up. It's way too heavy. Feather duster. Desk fan. First one so far. I think there was one earlier. I didn't make a note of it, but anyway. God love it. What is this? Okay, I'm not too sure what that is, but okay. Next room, what we got? There it is.
Bingo.
There it is. Massachusetts Surgical Journal. Undamaged cigarettes. Clipboard. You know what? We're taking everything now. Just because we've got Nick. Oh, Nick.
Hey.
If I got it.
There you go. Yeah, I was hoping for a suit or something, but apparently not. A master lock terminal, you say? Master lock. Okay. I'm down.
I'm through.
So this is Imogen's, like, perspective. Okay. Another unwanted gift from my loving brother. Still, it might have been interesting. It might still be interesting to play around with. So obviously, she got the computer. This whole computer thing turned out to be more interesting than I thought. I've been learning a lot from various BBSs. Jack's been griping about some mistake made in setting up the terminal, so I poked around till I found the file. It would be a simple fix for him, but not nearly as much fun watching him try to solve it on his own. Oh, so she wrecked his computer. Was playing around with some new ideas and held up a good gag. I wonder how long it will take Jack to figure it out. Went to see Father again. I just showed up at Parsons and threatened to make a scene until Jack finally agreed to let me go down. I don't know why I keep going. Father puts on quite an act for me, but I know it's not really him. Not since he got back from his trip wearing that horrible crown. I keep hoping that somehow he'll come back, that I'll even see a glimmer of the real person again. Maybe Jack will eventually succeed. As annoying as he can be, I can't deny he is very smart. I went off the serum for a whole month. I thought you could stick with it this time, but when you actually feel yourself getting older by the day and know you can fix it, it's hard to give up young youth and beauty voluntarily. I bet most people couldn't do it if they had the choice. Big time jump. Apparently the Robco techs don't even know how their own systems work. I mean, it's just a simple bat file in the root directory of the database server, for crying out loud. Hardly the hack of the century or anything. Things are going from bad to worse. The things Robert tells me, most people don't even know how bad it is. And here we sit, safe in our little Cabot family bubble of privilege. I've tried to talk to Jack about it, but he's in his own world as usual. I doubt he even knows what year it is. And Mother, don't even get me started on her. Her whole life is a state of denial. I know this is insane to think, but maybe this is for the best. You know, I could just get a gun or some poison if I really wanted to end it for myself. But I never could be that deliberate. How selfish must I be to think that I need the world to end as a way for me to get out of killing myself? It's happening. I think a bomb must have hit somewhere near. Power is out, and as far as I can see from here, the emergency power is still on in the house, but not for long. Edward and Jack went back to Parsons. Priorities, you see. Jack left Anders in charge here. He seems competent enough, but there's something about the way he's been looking at me since it happened that I don't like. Better get back to Mother. I got the power back on. Things are very bad, but I would never admit this to anyone, but this is the most fun I've had since I can remember. I'm not bored anymore. Maybe this is how most people feel all the time. I really can't remember how I felt before the serum. Oh, and Anders is dead. I killed him. No one can believe it. 2 days after Jack left, he decided the Cabot house belongs to him, and Mother and I would have to leave. I can't really blame him. I mean, it was the end of the world. I'm not sure most employment agreements cover that, but he made the mistake of underestimating me. He didn't know how fast I was or strong. I would have just made him leave, but he decided to fight. Probably better that way. One less person out there that knows what we have here. Haven't heard back from Jack for a week. He and Edward made it to Parsons at least. Jack radioed when they arrived, tried to be cheerful as usual and put a happy face on for Imogen, but who really knows if they're going to manage? At least Edward is with them. If anyone can get through this, it's Edward. Jack made it back finally. He says Edward is very sick from radiation. He left him at Parsons. I don't think he expects him to live. I'm not quite sure why neither of us is sick. I was out quite a lot. And now that I think about it, maybe another one of the many benefits of Jack's magic serum. I'll have to thank Father the next time I see him. 89. It turns out that eventually even the apocalypse can get boring. Jack and Edward are too good at keeping us safe. It looks like the Cabot family is immune from the end of the world, just like everything else. We just shrug it off and keep on going, just like we always have. Sometimes I'm very pleased about that. It makes me feel incredibly superior. Sometimes it makes me really sad. Most of the time, it's just boring as hell. I've stopped even telling anyone where I'm going. The world isn't as dangerous as Jack says. There are still people out there, living their lives like they always have. I guess more of them are willing to kill you now, but that's probably just because they can. I always got the feeling that plenty of people would have liked to have seen us dead before, they just couldn't get away with it. Oh. Ooh, did I skip some there? Oh, there's one more. I don't know how Jack keeps himself busy day after day. You'd think he would realise that it was hopeless by now. After all these years, maybe he's just going through the motions, the way I am. Or maybe he stopped trying to cure Father. I mean, what happens after? To us. I'm the only one that ever tried to go without the serum. Maybe Jack and Mother think they could give it up, but I think they're fooling themselves. That's a true point when you think about the whole thing. You know, at some point they would have had to give up their serum, and that would have been, I don't know how they could have. You know, Lorenzo would have, they probably all would have just lived as a presumably happy family for a bit before they all kind of perished, but then serious amount of knowledge as well. So Edward's here, Jack's not here. I got the Zeta gun. Confusing, but anyway, let's head on out. A lot of this episode was reading. I enjoyed it though. So it turns out I need to wait like a full in-game week, which you would have think would have passed since that quest, but I suppose we kind of just did that and then we went on, did a bit of travelling. Actually, maybe it wasn't that long ago. So yeah, I've got to leave it. It's the 25th, so I'll give it the, like, you know, the next month, and then, you know, it should be pretty good to go. Did I put all my bobbleheads in? I'm pretty sure I don't have any other ones. Let's have a wee look. Bobblehead, 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 bobblehead. Oh, it seems to have been pretty good at not picking up any more. Okay, let's store all this junk, get everything off Nick here, and then we'll head to do our next thing. A bobblehead I really should have went for was the one in the mass fusion building. Now I know there's a quest that will send me here later on, but I want a bit of action. Let's go kill all the gunners in it. There can't be that many of them in here, right?
Get some!
Do you know what?
Something out there.
I think it would be better if I just go close quarters with them.
Be to the devil. Oh, we're hot! You're dead!
What's some of the damage you're doing there, Nick?
Need to break a sweat. Not that it's an option.
I suppose may as well just take everything at this point. From the gunners, that is. They tend to carry
Sure made a mess
pretty
of
good
this
weapons.
place, didn't they? You playing? Got him.
This is a very brave place to stand. We'll see if there's anything in here.
Sweet.
Engaging hostile.
To make things under attack.
Anyone you walk
Is there anyone there? I think there actually is people there. Right, we'll have to go help them after we clear this place. We will set Jamaica Plain as a priority. Reception turn. Finch Farm? Ah! What's all these attacks? There was actually no attacks for ages there. The Mass Fusion employee store is now open. Order your very own Mass Fusion branded hats, shirts, shorts, swimsuits, umbrellas, neckties, cufflinks, socks, tumblers, shot glasses, coffee mugs, and more. Please see Eric Roanoke in HR for details. Attention all employees, due to the unfortunate sit-in protest in the main lobby by members of the public, new security measures are being implemented immediately. Please be sure to carry your ID card on you at all times when in designated areas. Do not exit the building using any other doors than the designated ones, and do not provide anyone with your login, passwords, or use of your terminal. Any deviation from these restrictions will result in immediate determination of your position at Mass Fusion. All employees are invited to the 2077 holiday celebration. We'll be holding the festivities on the roof of our main headquarters this year, so you'll be able to dine with a loved one while overlooking our beautiful city. A full bar and live music will be on hand, as well as a special firework display at 10 PM. Hope to see you there. Obviously, that didn't happen. Oh, always feel real lucky when that happens.
Have to find the card.
So I'm guessing that Mass Fusion ID is something later down the line. I'm going to release all of you.
Take a look at that terminal.
Nice.
I would let you, but... Oh, so this was the sit-in ones. This was one. Please inform your security officers that Dr. Noel Chadra is no longer welcome in Mass Fusion property. If he's seen within 100 yards, please inform me immediately.
Powering up. Protectron on duty.
I don't think they'll shoot me. Well, they would have shot me by now. I'll let them just kind of mosey about. I don't know where the turrets are. I'm sure we'll find that out soon. Ooh, a skull and a filing cabinet. What I love to see.
Lawful use of deadly force.
Hold on here. Hold on here. What is happening? Woo, save it, because I didn't... I don't know who's firing that. Assume it's not. Oh. Oh, they're attacking me! Ah, there's the guy! You're the guy! You're the guy with the missile launcher. And it is with my great pleasure to inform you all that I am now the guy with the rocket launcher. Oh no! Ah. I can use this to go upstairs. Ooh, legendary! Do you know what? I never actually looked at yous. If I knew you were legendary, I'd have put more effort into killing you. Aw, poor thing. Oh, look at him! Didn't expect him to blow up like that. Dear goodness. Where'd you get where to go?
Hey, toss anything you can't haul.
I know about that. Everyone?
That's the last of them.
Where to go? Where? Oh, there has to be some. There it is. Lucky laser rifle. Critical shots do double damage. I wonder, does that stack with the like increase in a crit? That's mad. You're coming with me. I like that. I like that a lot. As for the turret, I don't know where its remains fell, but we don't have to worry too much about that. Alright, let's reload this because yeah, it did work. Like, I can't complain. Someone fortified their office here, it would seem, before everything went to hell. Is that a sweet picture frame? Yeah, it's coming with me. It will be scrapped. don't know what you were triggering. Oh, it was the... Of course it was the Tesla. Alarm clock. Oh, he had like a fully focused one? Not bad. Nothing else lying about here? No. Yeah, well, we know how to get up to the next level. And then I have 2 settlements I must go defend. I think Finch Farm, they've named characters. Not that I don't think anyone dies if you don't defend it. I'm not too sure of that. So Summers to Berlin from... Yeah. Jenny, have you given any thought to my proposal? You haven't said anything to me in over a week, and I'm afraid I've scared you away. I'll wait for you in the cafeteria after work if you want to meet. It's been weeks now and you keep avoiding me. Why? What have I done wrong? Why are you tormenting me like this? You keep saying you have plenty of time to decide and I feel like our time is running out. Please, Jenny, I need an answer. Jenny, I'm sick and tired of all this waiting. I have plenty of others lined up to take your place, you know. The fact that you keep leading me on only makes me think you're beginning to enjoy watching me get upset. Well, guess what? If you don't let me know soon, I'm moving on to someone else. I've been a fool, Jenny, an impatient, impolite fool. I've been bothering you for months about my proposal when I should have simply waited for your answer. I've made all sorts of false accusations and assumptions, and for that, I'm sorry. Take as long as you want, Jenny. Maybe after the holidays you can give me your answer. For now, let us just remain friends and not let anything come between us. Ugh. Some romance there. Gone horribly wrong.
Last mistake!
Ooh!
What aroma is that?
Oh. Don't know why I didn't just... I'll give you the... Oh, you dropped your... Hey, do you want me to pick up your... Okay, the idiot savant. I find it... Ow! What? Where's the door? Oh, I didn't... Come on, Nick. Come on. Just... he'll figure it out. He's smart, resourceful and all that. Okay. I would say before... Is there anything down? I know the elevator's down there, but like, is there anything... Not even worth dropping down. Clean black suit. You know it's going to be a clean black suit. It has to be.
Got it.
Lock and load!
Yeah, there's a lot of violence in this. Mostly for me. I'm a very violent character. There is not much... In New Vegas, you can do a lot more like peaceful outcomes with factions and everything. Like, I feel in this that you're basically forced. You have to engage the gunners.
Place I like to dawdle.
You know, I suppose you could do a pacifist run. I wonder did Abbot do a pacifist run? I bet he did. Yeah, I suppose it's possible, but it would be involving like running through people and probably having like serious either sneak or damage threshold just to survive through things. So
Hey.
Lock and load!
The wrong scent.
hiya! Jab. Jangles! Woohoo! We have liberated him from the clutches of these dangerous gunners. And hey, with the bobblehead, we'll be able to carry, you guessed it, 10 extra carry weight. Which honestly is the thing I'm looking most forward to. Oh, can I go across here? Ooh, I made it. Was I meant to jump? Like, should I have been able to make this jump?
Build the lights.
I assume this isn't just a later part of the building that I would have made it to, but find out in a second.
Nice.
Anything hiding around? like things in really hard to find places, because it really makes you feel that you worked for it. Like there we go. I'll take that. Okay, I'll even take the dumbbell because it was well hidden. Nick,
hey, here's what I've got.
How did you get over here? Hold on, it mustn't be that. It wouldn't be that bad then. Give him a missile launcher. I would only give him to him if I knew he couldn't damage me. So as of right now, no. He's not getting it. Right, we were over here. Anything this way? Definitely worth looking at. Right, how do I get up to the next level? Aha! Huzzah! There's a balcony area to go. There's probably I'd imagine there's a boss at the end here. I wonder, will he be legendary? I haven't seen a legendary. He's wearing fire armor. Hi. I wouldn't even mind. I don't even have any perks for this. Whoa, 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 whoa. I just want to talk. I just want to talk with you. Meh. Definitely need a lot more things going for me before I would ever decide to use that more often.
I'll be doing the world a service.
I actually must go radstide hunting at some point. I know a few places I can go to. Oh. Waste them, Nick.
Looks clear.
Nice. Oh, and you're cool at a bit. And a gold watch. Things are looking up. Ah, yes. I would have been able to drop down at this point. I'll take that off, yeah. And yeah, I'll take all of it. Yes, the bobblehead. Don't worry. I'm not going to forget it. Powerful sniper rifle. Well, we're starting to get some seriously just good items in loot crates and all. Much better than we were getting. So we're moving up in the world. Okay, well the most important thing, what we came up here, that a lot of people somehow overlook, is we got.
Excellent.
Woohoo! Bobblehead secured. Can I get up here? Yeah, with a wee bit of effort. Here, 4 grenades. Take that all day long. Might even be some stuff at the other side while we look. Because obviously you can see the glass floor. There is an upstairs, and you have to use the elevator that we don't have the ID for. Woo! That was a violent sneeze. I paused it just in time. Okay, let's go outside and see. It's very eerie at night. So there's Corvega, Green Tech, Diamond City, Trinity Tower. Anything else? Actually here? No? Let's cause some chaos. I can fast travel from here. Do you know what? That would be actually really, really handy. I'll go to Finch Farm. There's 2 people at Finch Farm? What? Shouldn't there be 3? I know I'm going to land into a complete brawl. And I'm preparing myself for that because it's going to be Rust Devils. And I'm dead. I am dead. I'm dead. What? Well, it says defend. It really means it. Right. Okay. Now that I'm getting pummeled, let's just take a few things here to kind of slow things down. Just everything. I'll take loads of purified water. Can I just jump out of this situation? I just want to make it over here so I can save the game. Then turn around and that is a... What is that? What? What is this? Maybe just let Finch Farm fall. I don't know what that is. I don't know what is chasing me that's doing all that damage. It's a swarm pot? Like, you're definitely not the one. Okay, well, we know what takes down these things. Okay. We have one good thing going now. I don't know what that is. Okay, he's just... Oh. Ow! Ah! It's got one of them laser things.
Sick.
What?
Thanks for your help, pal.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Oh no. Oh, it's a caravan guard. That's okay. I care significantly less for that. So, it appears what happened was that we dropped in on... Can we find a bit of that legendary block fly? I don't think it matters. I don't think I would get the legendary. I didn't hit it anyway. What is all this? Yeah, Brahmin. Idiot died again. How many times have we found Idiot dead? And obviously with the caravan guard dead, that would mean... It was Doc Weathers? No, that's Brahmin. Let's see if we can make head and tails of this one. I don't see the mum anymore. Because there's Abraham and there's Daniel, but you know the ma was here, and the ma's not here anymore. And I don't think she died. I don't think so. She might have, maybe in one of the previous engagements. I don't think settlers can die though, but this game is strange at times. Anyway, we did it. We saved Finch Farm. I don't think there was anyone else here. Okay. With Finch Farm saved... And in a real bad need to join the network. I need to join the network because look, they're all probably going to get attacked because I just don't have turrets near them. So that's my problem. Time to go defend Jamaica Plain. Let's go. It's going to drop me into the middle of it again, isn't it? We have to set spawn points. I'm here.
Hey, this is Jamaica Plain. Stay sharp. A lot of raiders end up here looking for that lost treasure.
Did you not say you needed help? I'm 100% sure you needed help. And like, I wouldn't mind. I'm here. This is definitely the workshop. And... well... What are we defending this against? Why is it not marked on my map? Hmm? Hello? Oh.
Let's do this.
Go get them, settler. Okay, you're taking no damage to this. Pikmin's blade time.
I'll be doing the world a service.
Where's this other one? Come on.
Won't be bothering anybody now.
Oh. Hello there. Hey, buddy.
Ain't scared yet.
I have all my AP. You're dead. Oh, yes! He looks like the Voltec guy.
Hey, that was him, the stranger. He was right here. Where'd he go?
Nick's seen him. Class. Enemies have an even harder time detecting you while you're not sneaking or moving. Chameleon armor. That's nice. I'm glad I got that.
Anything I can lug for you?
Yeah, Nick, I'm gonna need some help here.
Hey.
Do something for you?
Come here.
If I got it.
Good job, Nick. I think this place is saved. I don't know, do just a wee quick runabout. But why would it say it needs saved? When we came, did that. Rust Devils didn't have any robots with them. Find that a bit suspicious. Well, it's cleared. Didn't tell me anything about it, but it cleared. Now, I do need to go to... Seeing as I'm here... well... What would be a good way? Well, we need to go to Good Neighbor anyway. So I'll go to Good Neighbor because I need to give Fred the canister from hallucinogen that we forgot about. I forgot about.
First place in the Commonwealth. Everything not nailed down rolls through here at some point.
Nice
Brotherhood of Steel. Better stay out of Good Neighbor. All I'm saying.
We'll tie up this loose
You're
end.
back! How was hallucinogen? Find me something good.
Found this gas canister. Seems potent.
Awesome. We'll have to be careful with it. Break down the compounds and all that, but that's my worry. For your part, only thing left is to get paid. Here you go, as promised. Anyway, do you want to pick anything up? Homebrewed chems right here.
Let's see what you have.
I got this one chem here that... Oh, man.
Right, so Fred, here you have this. Okay. I'll take the blood pack so I can just make loads of stim packs back at home. Nothing else really jumps out at me. So, now that we've done that, I want to tidy up another quest. Just because we do have a lot. I think in the next video too, I'll just be focusing on just getting through a few of these, you know. I suppose they're all like their own wee quests. Anyway, there's Deathclaw Gauntlet. We could return the egg, or we could get the omelette recipe. I want the omelette recipe, but I want to also kill the Deathclaw. So we're going to go to Lynn Woods, we're going to get the Gauntlet, and then we're going to kill the Deathclaw. I'm heartless, I know, and then I'm going to go back to Diamond City and complete delivery of the egg. So I'll see you there in a minute, because I've got to go leave everything off at Red Rocket. The moment everyone was waiting for, however... Why did I take that? I didn't mean to press take. Anyway, let's throw the barter one back, and we'll go get the strength one down at E. Yes. Building up brightly now, isn't it? Looking well. Looking well. Anyway, gonna do my little process here during the rad storm. So the plan is to kill the Deathclaw. But because it is the mother Deathclaw, I have to do it hand to hand with this knife right here. Because I want Wellingham's recipe. I haven't actually met Wellingham yet either. That's kind of another strange thing. I also appear to have an addiction to something, which I don't know what it's doing to me, but I'm about to find out. What's the... Ooh. No. Addict tool. I've definitely got one. Yeah, I'll need to get another one. only here because there's a Deathclaw gauntlet on here. That's for Deathclaw you. I did say I would go like ballistic fiber. That's what it breaks into. Hello, gunners. A gunner? Now I will return it. After all that. Any other gunners about? No, just the single gunner. Fair enough. Anyway, on to Wellingham we go. Good sir. Now give me that reward. Now that we're here, where is the colonial tap house?
I believe
thing?
you eat that food.
What's up there?
Only one thing worth buying in the Dugout Inn, and that's the booze.
Yeah, it's gotta eat.
Hey, Scott.
Real dynasty eats the noodle stand.
Must be up here. Is it? Oh, there he is.
I may have been programmed to serve, but in your case, I shall do so disdainfully. Let me know when you're ready to order.
You waiting on a delivery? Of some Deathclaw eggs, maybe?
What are you... Oh, the eggs. Oh, you must be with those, gunny people.
Gunny people.
Though your superior had implied there would be more of you, but... Oh, no matter. The negotiated fee was 200 caps per egg. A generous amount indeed, considering your tardiness. Though our clientele do expect nothing short of the most pristine Deathclaw eggs. Now, do you have something for me?
What you're offering's not enough. I risked life and several limbs to deliver this.
Fine, fine.
Uh-huh. Come on, you can do better than that. You wouldn't want people thinking you're cheap.
All right, 400.
A lot of folks died bringing you this delivery. Their deaths really mean that little to you?
Oh, very well. 500. But not a cap more.
500 caps, like, that's nice.
What exactly are you planning to do with the eggs?
Well, if you
Look at all these,
must
like,
know,
well, with
one of
Piper's
our
perk, it's
patrons
great,
has been
double the
asking
XP.
after a cooked Deathclaw egg, a la Wellingham, for some time. But with your, albeit late, arrival, I can finally make good on his request. Make good. Already beginning to speak like one of you. Now, can we please hurry this up?
Uh-huh. Here, take it.
At last. But is this it? Where are the rest?
Sorry, that's the only one that made the trip. There were complications.
Well then, I suppose this will have to do. Yeah, for a less than adequate job, but a job nonetheless. And the special request your superior made? Major Jeffries, was it? I trust you can get this to its destination. Don't just go waving it around willy-nilly.
Wellingham, has my dinner finally arrived?
Oh, yes, sir. Endless apologies for the ludicrous lateness.
Oh, I don't object to you outsiders coming up here, but...
You, on your way.
Insist on
I've
speaking
yoked
to
a
me.
coach.
Hey there.
You really are hard to get rid of. That's the direct approach. Go away. You bore me. That's all there is to it.
Deathclaw omelet. Meal of kings. Could die of hunger at any moment.
Ah, yes. The egg deal.
I'm confused.
Come
This is
to
like the
erase
rich
some
people next
memories
looking in the
with
corner at me
drink,
like,
I
what are you
presume?
doing?
Who could blame you?
There a problem?
No problem at all. My programming dictates that I serve all customers in the colonial tap house. Even those that obviously don't belong. Just know that my sensors indicate that you have dangerously low levels of class for this establishment.
Serious? Is it because of what I'm wearing?
Sure.
Does that make a
Let's
difference?
take a look.
I'm afraid I must oblige.
Right, so this guy carries... He doesn't even do one. Ah, dirty wastelander. This sounds rotten. Flamer fuel. Is that it? Not all you provide? And a gourd. Single gourd. Anyway. What's going on in here? There's a few places around Diamond City I do want to explore and check out and all that, so I will do that in the next episode. You've all been a great audience as always. Thank you so much. I'll see you all in the next one.